Every morning, before the sun even begins to rise, millions of people are already awake. Not because they feel alive, not because they feel ready, but because something is waiting for them. An obligation, a responsibility, a system that never stops moving. You hear the alarm, and for a brief moment, there's silence. A small window where your life still belongs to you. No expectations, no demands, no deadlines chasing you, just you and the quiet. But almost instantly, habit takes control. You get up, you prepare, you move, not towards something meaningful, but towards something familiar. And that quiet acceptance is where the trap begins. Because on the surface, this life looks stable. A steady income, a predictable routine, a structure you can rely on. It feels safe, but safety is not the same as freedom. And what most people never stop to ask is this: if your time is already owned before your day even begins, if your energy is already allocated before you even decide how to use it, are you actually secure or are you simply dependent? Welcome to the salary trap. Long before you ever earned your first paycheck, your path was already being written, not by you, but by a system designed to shape you. You were taught to follow instructions, to sit still, to raise your hand, to wait for permission. You were rewarded for compliance, praised for obedience, conditioned to fit into a structure you didn't question. You were told, this is how success works. Get good grades, follow the rules, stay consistent, and eventually you'll be rewarded. A job, a stable income, a predictable life. And for a long time, that promise made sense. There was a time when loyalty meant security, when staying in one place meant being taken care of. But that world no longer exists. Today, companies replace faster than they invest. Industries evolve overnight. Skills expire faster than ever before. And yet, the script never changed. We're still being trained for a reality that disappeared. You weren't taught how to build something of your own. You weren't taught how to create leverage. You weren't taught how to think independently. You were taught how to fit in. And fitting in is exactly what keeps the system alive. A salary feels simple. You work and you get paid. It sounds fair. It feels logical. But beneath that simplicity is a trade most people never question. You are not being paid for your true value. You are being paid for your time, hours of your life, measured, tracked, and exchanged. Not just your effort, but your attention, your focus, your energy. And over time, this trade becomes invisible. You stop noticing it. You stop resisting it. You begin to accept that most of your waking life belongs to something else, something outside of you. Think about it. How much of your time is actually yours? Not scheduled, not obligated, not spent recovering from exhaustion. How much of it is truly yours to live? Because once you see it clearly, you can't ignore the truth. You're not just working for money. You are slowly exchanging your life, piece by piece, for survival. The system doesn't trap you with pain. It traps you with comfort. Just enough income to cover your needs. Just enough entertainment to distract your mind. Just enough relief to keep you going. And slowly, this comfort becomes normal, then permanent, then invisible. Because leaving it would require something difficult, discomfort, uncertainty, risk. And so you stay, even when something deep inside you knows this isn't right. Comfort doesn't just relax you. It conditions you. It teaches you to tolerate a life that doesn't fulfill you. It numbs the voice that tells you there's more. It softens your resistance. It lowers your expectations. And the longer you stay, the harder it becomes to even imagine leaving. Because the trap doesn't feel like a trap. It feels like normal life. The trap isn't just about earning money. It's about needing it. You earn to survive the month, to pay rent, to buy food, to maintain your life. And then the cycle resets. Again, and again, and again. Every month demands your participation. Every bill reminds you you can't stop. And once your life depends on that income, you lose the ability to walk away. Because walking away means losing everything tied to it. This isn't freedom. It's dependency, disguised as stability. And as your life grows, so do your obligations. More expenses, more responsibility, more pressure, until one day, walking away no longer feels like a choice. It feels impossible. You work harder, you push further, you prove your value, and eventually you move up. A promotion, a raise, recognition. For a moment, it feels like progress, like you're finally winning, like all the effort is finally paying off. But look closer. Your responsibilities increase, your stress deepens, your time becomes even more limited. You didn't escape the system, you adapted to it. You climbed, but you're still inside. And the higher you go, the more you have to protect. The lifestyle, the expectations, the identity you've built. And now, leaving doesn't just mean change, it means loss. So you stay, not because you want to, but because you feel you have to. Debt doesn't feel like a trap. At first, it feels like opportunity, a way to access more, to live better, to move faster than your current reality allows. A house you couldn't yet afford, a car that reflects the life you want to be seen living, a lifestyle slightly ahead of where you actually are. And in the beginning, it feels empowering, like you're progressing, like you're building something. But beneath that convenience is a quiet agreement, one that most people never fully think through. Your future is no longer entirely yours. It has already been promised, locked into payments, scheduled into months and years ahead of you. Every bill, every due date, every notification is a reminder that your time is no longer fully under your control. You are no longer working toward possibility. You are working to maintain obligation, to repay decisions that were made in the past. And that pressure changes the way you live. You become more cautious, more careful, more restricted. Risk starts to feel dangerous because now failure isn't just failure. It has consequences, real consequences. And when you cannot afford to fail, you cannot afford to explore. You cannot afford to take chances. You cannot afford to be free. The system doesn't rely on force. It relies on fear. Fear of losing income, fear of instability, fear of the unknown. And fear is powerful enough to keep people in places they hate for years, even decades, because the unknown feels more dangerous than a life you already dislike. So you stay where it's familiar, predictable, controlled, safe, even if it slowly drains you. Fear doesn't need to stop you completely. It just needs to delay you just long enough for your dreams to fade into memory. The biggest illusion is that hard work alone creates wealth. If that were true, the hardest workers would be the richest, but they're not. Because wealth is not built on effort alone. It's built on leverage, ownership, systems, assets, things that continue to produce even when you stop working. The wealthy don't sell their time. They build things that generate value independently. While others trade hours, they build systems. While others wait for income, they create it. And that difference is what separates survival from freedom. At some point, something shifts. Quietly, almost invisibly, you begin to question things, the routine, the goals, the direction you're heading. And once that awareness begins, it doesn't stop. You start to see patterns, cycles, dependencies, structures you never noticed before. And the most unsettling realization is this: The life you thought you chose was shaped long before you were aware enough to question it. And once you see that truth, you can't go back to sleep. Escape is not a single decision. It's a process, slow, intentional, uncomfortable. It begins with awareness, then learning, then action, small steps, repeated consistently, building something of your own, creating options, expanding your control, over time and energy, choosing growth over comfort, uncertainty over stagnation, because freedom is not given, it is built. And every small decision moves you either closer to it or further away. Freedom is often misunderstood. People imagine it as escape, as doing nothing, as avoiding responsibility. But real freedom is something much deeper than that. It's not about removing work from your life. It's about choosing it, choosing what you give your energy to, instead of having it decided for you, choosing how your days unfold, instead of reacting to demands placed on you. It's waking up without the immediate pressure of obligation. It's having the space to think clearly, to create intentionally, to live deliberately. Freedom is ownership. Ownership of your time, your attention, your direction. Because those are the things that quietly shape your entire life. And once you take them back, everything changes. Your decisions become yours. Your path becomes yours. Your life becomes yours. Because at the end of it all, no one measures life in salaries. No one remembers routines. What matters is how much of it you actually lived. The system was never designed to make you free. It was designed to make you function, to be predictable, dependable, replaceable. And the moment you truly understand that, everything changes. Because now you see the choice: stay and remain comfortable, or leave and face uncertainty. One offers safety, the other offers freedom. And the salary trap only works if you never question it.